Hello, I'm Dr. Mark Mao from Chiro Matchmakers, and I'm with Dr. Stephen Franson. Great to have you here with us today, Doc.
What's up, gang? Excited to be here.
Awesome. So you guys know that we come out with these videos to help to educate you a little bit more and help you out in really designing the future that you want in your practice. In the last couple of videos, we've talked about the difference between business builders and caregivers. And then we took on in the last video what really caregivers can do for you in your office and really building them up to make them that first-class citizen that they really are. They're there to help you and grow your practice and have purpose because like we talked about, most business owners in chiropractic, they're usually business builders. They're great on the front end, and these caregivers can come in and really help push your mission forward and help you grow that practice. Would you agree with me, Doc?
Yeah, absolutely, Dr. Mark. So, just to give this conversation some context, there's lots of different business models inside of the chiropractic profession. There's lots of ways to do this, right? So you can be the single doc who's the owner operator, or you can become a business owner, be a CEO that runs a business or runs an enterprise. And the conversation we're having today is really about the business owner who's bringing on a caregiver into their practice. And typically the business owner is more of the entrepreneurial business person who is comfortable going out into the community, running marketing, doing sales, so generating new business, right? And they're bringing in a caregiver. Like I said, there's lots of ways to skin this cat. You yourself might say, actually, I think I am a caregiver. My practice is maybe it's been flatlining. Maybe we've been stuck here for a while. Maybe I need to be bringing a business owner into my practice and bring them in and set up expectations and agreements and have an arrangement with them for them to do the business building piece of it. You know what? That's a video for another day. There's certainly great options for you here. Today, we're talking about the business owner bringing in a caregiver, okay? So the caregiver very often creates a great deal of confusion and, may I say, frustration for the more entrepreneurial business owner. We deal with this all the time, don't we, Dr. Mark? What are some of the things you hear when somebody's like, man, I'm frustrated with my associate doctor because of blank? What's the blank? Fill that in for us.
You know what? I'm really frustrated with my new caregiver. They're adjusting 200 visits a week, but they haven't brought in a single new patient this month. They don't like to go out and do screenings, and they won't get in front of 100 people and talk in front of them and convert 50 of them to come into a new visit.
That's what I always did.
That's what I did. So what we do is we project ourselves and what we did on them, and all of a sudden what happens is we ruin an amazing relationship with a doctor that you have on your staff that can help you build and have more impact. So just a little bit talking about number-wise, when we start to talk about if a doctor in your office, a caregiver, can see and adjust 200 visits a week in your office, and say your average is somewhere around $50, all of a sudden that office is producing with that caregiver about $500,000. And I think the rule of thumb that we discuss is that about 50% of that's going to go to overhead. And then somewhere between 20 and 30% is going to go to the owner, and 20 or 30% should go to that caregiver. And as you start to look at those numbers, all of a sudden you can have this growth that you can have that you don't need to be behind the table adjusting. And you guys together can build such a great relationship that I know we have doctors calling us now that are putting a second, a third caregiver in because now they understand the model, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh! Yeah, how much fun is that when we see it? The relationship starts with them calling up being like, I'm gonna fire this person. I can't believe it. They're just slacking. They're lazy. They don't want to. And I'm like, whoa. You have a perfect situation. Don't screw it up, right? So what you should be asking me is, how do I hire more of these guys and gals, right? So ultimately, to watch the evolution, once they recognize, oh my gosh, this person's actually a caregiver delivering excellent work, helping our patients, freeing up my time, energy, focus. I'm using my money to buy their time, energy, and focus so that they can do some of the adjusting. You can do some of the adjusting as much as you want to do, Doc, but there's a difference between what you want to do and what you have to do because you don't have anybody else there to do it, right? So now you have somebody else freeing you up. Underline that word, right? Freeing you up so that you can go and market the practice, organize your digital marketing team, do more external marketing, bring in more new patients, convert those more new patients, or maybe organize a sales team that goes out on your behalf, or maybe act more like a CEO, running that enterprise and that organization, leading your team. How about this crazy idea? Getting a handle on your schedule, right? So you're not working 90 hours a week, 6 days a week. And how about the wild idea of going on vacation 4 times a year with your family, right? And not having to shut the practice down. What we're describing here, guys, is owning a business versus owning a job. It's the difference between owning a business and owning a job. it means you're scalable, you're durable, and eventually you'll be transferable, right? So Mark, I love the way you did the math on that. Usually those patients, or excuse me, those coaching clients will look at that, they'll run the numbers and they'll be like, oh yeah, wait a minute. You know, and instead of firing this person, I should be asking you guys, can you help me find 2 or 3 more of these people? And, you know, ultimately that's when the real interesting game begins. So, all right, Dr. Mark, I love this topic. I love helping doctors get this associate-doctor relationship thing right. We're going to continue to unpack each of these different scenarios, right? Like I said, there's different models depending on what you're trying to accomplish and what your goals are. We're going to unpack each and every one of those, guys. We're going to teach you how to do this right. This is a slippery slope. 67% of associate-doctor relationships fail. That's a terrible statistic. It's terrible for you as the owner. It's terrible for the talent that you hire, the associate doctor. It's terrible for chiropractic. So we're going to help you get this right. I'm Dr. Stephen Franson from Chiro Matchmakers on behalf of myself, Dr. Mark Mile from Chiro Matchmakers as well. Thanks so much for joining us. Check out our future videos and make sure you comment, share, or ask questions down below. Thanks so much for joining us.
Take care, guys. Thank you.